Your news and notes. All right, we got the Packers and the Bears. Christian Watson missed practice again yesterday. We'll see if he's out there today. But Romeo Doubs returned to practice. In a scenario where Doubs is in and Watson is out, is Doubs basically a must start?
In 3 receiver leagues, absolutely.
Yeah, you'd expect him to be at least as good as Josh Reynolds. Number 3 receiver, possible PPR flex.
Jerry Jeudy was limited again. So if Jeudy plays and Watson doesn't, would you start Doubs or Jeudy?
Doubs.
Why?
Because he's got a chance to lead the Packers in targets in a matchup that should be good, not amazing. And I think he had a really great summer. He really seemed to take a big step forward in his development. So I would chance it with him versus a receiver limited all week. We don't know how explosive he'll be. Better matchup for sure with Jeudy, but we just don't know how much he'll play or how effective he'll be.
Yeah, I just don't think anything you said about Doubs doesn't apply to Jeudy and vice versa. It's like Jeudy could lead the team in targets against an even better matchup, and they're both limited in practice this week. But all right, you guys both said
it just feels like Doubs' injury was something that they were managing.
Okay, fair.
Judy's injury seemed very significant. Like, it was certainly encouraging that they did not put him on IR, but it felt as if we weren't going to see him for a couple weeks. I still feel the same way. I don't think we'll see him this week.
Okay. Terry McLaurin practiced in full.
Who's going to be the guy we will see this week?
Who's going to be your highest ranked Commanders receiver?
Still Dotson for me. Yep. I think Dotson he's healthier. We've seen him have a couple of breakaway plays already last year, this preseason, and I think he scores at a pretty high rate. So love the matchup against Arizona. They could both be really good.
San Francisco cornerback Charvarius Ward, their best corner, he missed practice with a heel injury. Something to keep an eye on here.
That is big.
We've got a 5-minute episode on Sunday morning to update you on key injuries. So check that out. We do it at 8 o'clock. It's usually out there by 8:30. Mark Andrews did not commit to playing this week. So he's got a quad injury, and I think he said, God willing, he'll be out there on Sunday. So we'll check on Mark.
That meh or late strategy. Tight end really works well.
It's more like hate or late right now with Kelsey.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, there we go.
Very cool.
It's more like or late right now. Look at one of the best Heath size heard on yesterday's show. New England cornerback Jack Jones is going to miss some time with a hamstring injury. Marquise Brown and Zach Ertz were both limited. We'll talk about that game in a bit. Adam Thielen and DJ Chark missed practice. We'll talk about that game in a bit, but you might be going with Jonathan Mingo this week, perhaps. Let's see. Joe Burrow signed a 5-year, $275 million deal with $219 million guaranteed. Not bad for Joe Burrow, and he will be out there this week against the Baltimore Ravens.
Is he now the highest paid guy in the league?
Yes, he is, ever. And we'll see what he does against that Ravens defense. It's going to be a tough test for Burrow this week. Dave, you there? Oh, you skipped.
Here I am. Sorry.
You like him? You like him against Baltimore this week, Dave?
I'm starting him. I don't have him as a top 5 quarterback.
Against the Ravens?
Yeah.
It's a tough matchup.
So I'm supposed to sit Joe Burrow for Jared Goff or Anthony Richardson?
Are you excited for that Cincinnati-Baltimore game?
Oh, he's not playing Baltimore. He's playing Cleveland.
And that's the game of the week, yeah!
Which one is?
Browns and the Bengals!
That's the game of the week?
Elaborate setup for Dave. And I totally confused him.
I don't know what's funnier. You trying to hold in the laugh when he's giving the analysis on Burrow versus the Ravens, or him just not realizing that
I completely flaked on that one.
I mean, I don't blame you. You trust me
to not start him.
You trust me to set up the right game, so I get that. Yeah, I'm going Browns. Browns.
He texted me 20 seconds before we start. He goes, "When I say Baltimore, don't correct me. Don't correct me."
I was like, I want Dave to jump in there, and then bam, game of the week.
How about you almost missed your shot to do it because my internet poo-pooed out again?
Yeah, I know. Bad timing.
I can't believe I didn't recognize it. God, how silly.
It's been a while.
Well, the Ravens are going to go maybe 1-1 this week. They'll beat the Texans, and they might lose to the Bengals. Colts linebacker Shaq Leonard practiced in full. He's out of the concussion protocol. He's good to go.
Now they play the Titans, right?
They play the Jaguars. Colts running back Zach Moss was limited again, and Carolina edge rusher Brian Burns apparently is not a certainty to play this week. That would be a pretty big deal. Their best defensive player. Okay, we're going to take a break. When we come back.
Big one, man.
Oh, what'd I miss?
Ken Walker.
Oh, my God. I didn't put that in here.
No, obviously.
Taking on the Oilers this week.
All right. Ken Walker against the Rams, and he missed practice yesterday with a groin injury. Or no, he was limited with a groin injury.
We'll see what happens on Friday. Usually when you get the limited report on Thursday.
Be a decent flex.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah, when a player is fine on Wednesday and then limited on Thursday, that could mean that they got hurt in practice.
Well, it's not just that. It's the guys coming off of a groin injury from training camp.
Right. So Friday's practice is kind of a big deal.
I at this point, I don't care. Charbonnet is a good flex play. They're gonna beat the Rams easily, and he's gonna have an opportunity to play late in the game.
Makes sense.